We lied. There's more.
Yeah, there's more. We're going to do a couple more here. So it's already going 23 meters. It's like it beats you over the head with that. That's got to be the initial velocity, right? 23 meters per second, right?
We don't know what time it is.
Don't know the time. We do know the
Acceleration. And we do know the distance is 450 meters. Now, you could...
And so we want to solve the time, right? So we want to use, our goal would be to use a formula that doesn't have the final velocity, right? And that's this guy right here, okay? But let me just show you a little problem here, okay? X equals VI t plus 1/2 AT squared. So 450 equals 23 times t plus 1/2 times 3.5 times t squared. Now you could set this up as a quadratic equation. This would be your A, this would be your B, and then you'd have to say negative that is your C or something, and then go ahead and bust that out. But there is a workaround. Whenever you run into this thing and you're like, ooh, I don't want to solve for time, what you do is you solve for the thing it doesn't ask for, right? So we're going to use these two formulas, this guy and then this guy, to find our time. So that's what I think we should do. Let's do that. So V final squared is equal to V initial squared plus 2 times A times X, right?
So
Okay.
our VI is 23.
Here, hold on. I'm going to show Mr. Duggan a trick. Let's go 23 squared plus 2 times 3.5 times 450. Now, all we're doing is we're taking the square root of that, aren't we?
Yeah.
So let's type into our calculator literally this.
Yeah, square root of the whole thing.
Right? And that'll give us our final velocity. So go square root left parenthesis, 23 squared plus 2, and then you can do parentheses like that if you want, or you can say times. You can put little times in there.
And I'd do that whole thing.
And then don't forget to end with a parenthesis.
Oh, yeah, I got to end with the parenthesis again. So square root of the whole thing, left parentheses, 23 squared plus 2 times 3.5 times 450, close the parenthesis, and boom.
It says 60.65.
60.65.
Right, and I'm not going to round that because that's not the answer I want. So I'm going to write down a couple extra digits.
Yeah.
60.65 is good enough, right?
And that's good for now.
And now we're all set. Now we can set up this guy here and solve for the time. Right? So I'm going to go V final is V initial plus AT. So 60.65 equals, what is it, 23 plus 3.5
times a t that we don't know.
Times t. So subtract
60.65 minus 23. We're looking at 37.65 equals 3.5 times t. Okay, and don't clutch up at the end here and subtract. We got to divide. Divide. And it says 10.757.
10.757 seconds.
But look at the numbers that we start out with. We had a 2-digit number with 23, a 2-digit number with 3.5. Yeah, let's round it to 2 digits. Let's go 11 seconds.
That's why it's rounded to 11. There you go. So again, if you run into this roadblock where you've got this and you don't want to do the quadratic, solve for the other one. And sometimes you got to be intelligent about whether you choose because this really is the absolute value of that. It could be positive or negative. But in this case, we know the car didn't start going backwards, so we're good. And then you use this to find your time.